Warning, this video contains rumors, speculation, strong opinions,
Welcome, geeks, gamers, nerds, players. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, everyone, except if you play a cop on entertainment. Oh no, is that too soon? Oh, if you're playing a police officer, or if you're in a franchise that has police officers, you're done. You're done. Your show is canceled. The one I kind of agree with. Oh, I got to tweet this out. Yeah, we're gonna get hot. You're here and you're in the chat. Thank goodness someone's watching.
I already.
I like watching
like
myself.
button.
I'm a little narcissistic.
Yeah, me too.
Man, that guy's really good looking.
Yes.
Just transfixed it yourself. You're just like,
Yeah.
I gotta tweet this out. We have breaking news too. I couldn't find the clip. You guys know, for better or for worse, I watch the John Campea show. A lot of you criticized me for that. I'm still subscribed.
Oh.
I think he's actually getting a little bit better lately, and he canceled his own Twitter today. He canceled his own Twitter because he's like, I'm putting myself, and I couldn't find the clip. So this will be the first topic, all right? I couldn't find the clip. He tested cancel culture and tried to have a conversation, and I think that's why he got off of Twitter today. He had like 80-something thousand followers on Twitter. Kiss those Access social media reactions goodbye, I guess. Because that's how you get in the show. I think he'll come back. I think he'll bring it back by when Tenet comes out. I think so.
Yeah.
I don't know. It says deleted. Is that for good? Maybe. Hold on. I gotta trash the video we're gonna watch, and I'm gonna show you that it's legit. And I follow him. He hasn't blocked me yet. Andy Signor has, but he has not. So let's share the screen. You see, look what happens. I don't do something crazy in my thumbnail. No one's here. No one's here. I tweeted out. No one's here. All right. Let me see.
all I know is people are celebrating.
Oh no, that's the wrong one. Let me see.
It's trending.
Oh, here. I was also following someone that watches Jeremy. Damn it. I have too many
Speaking
freaking.
of Jeremy, Hans Bad Feeling shared a tweet that might interest you. I don't know. He might share it with you. I don't know.
Okay. Well, here's this is on the Jeremy thread too, because that's how I found out about it. I'll be honest. Someone was because Jeremy said, I hear John Campea went nuclear on Twitter and now his account's gone. WTF? What happened? And it's the truth. It is gone. But I heard him on the John Campea show. Oh, hi, Inhuman Quake. I guess I got to answer your question from earlier. I got to check that out. He said, I don't even know if I want Twitter anymore. Nothing good happens, especially with Robert Meyer. And Robert Meyer Burnett is back on the John Campea show. Ryan, you were right. I thought he was going to leave him out for a little bit longer. He brought him back in. Hey, Taylor.
Yeah.
So that's good on him. But the other thing he did is he said, I'm opening myself up here for criticism. He brought up someone, and I've seen this, even the Film Gob tweets this out sometimes, when he said the N-word in a review for
Nancy?
No, not Nancy. The N-word that will get you canceled everywhere. For Transformers, remember they had those two robots that were
that everyone
Skids
hated.
And Skids and something else. What was the other one?
Mudflap.
But yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah,
Mudflap. There you go.
So
Skids
he
and
was
Mudflap.
criticizing them, condemning the characters as kind of race
All
stereotypes.
of the characters were stereotyped.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I mean, heck, Hound, played by
John
from
Goodman.
Roseanne. John Goodman, King Ralph. Yeah. I mean, they were all sort of like, you know, different they tried to go for different voices and things like that. Same thing happened with George Lucas when he had the those aliens. Now there are two of them. You know, it's like, oh, you
Hey,
suck.
Taylor.
You know, it's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
people just get nuts over stupidity. So it's like whatever.
Yeah, I
Can't-
know.
So in that review, he went like full bore campia, like this is so disgusting. So he thought he was cool enough where he could get like a pass and say the word to criticize the type of caricature that those robots exist. And then he didn't even think another thing about it. And then someone brought it up, and it comes up every once in a while. And I'm assuming someone brought this up again, and he was responding. And I think that's why he's canceled off Twitter. But man, does he have a lot of followers? So he brought it up himself in a video, which I'm like, okay. So he tests cancel culture to see if he could have a conversation about a past mistake, an intelligent conversation. And I think,
Yeah. I mean, he took the I want to say coward's way out and deleted his account versus staying on and seeing how far down the rabbit hole goes.
Yeah, stand up
You
to
know?
the Twitter mob.
Yeah. He's gonna do a Robert Meyer Burnett, take himself off for a little bit, and then he's gonna come back on, and the followers will come back on, and they'll follow him again, and it'll be like nothing happened. You know, I mean, the attention span of people today is like 20 minutes.
yeah.
What'd you say?
This is true. Yeah.
What are we talking about?
Uh-huh. No, that's crazy. This account does not exist.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't.
Woo. And everybody's gloating about it too. There's a whole bunch of people going on.
No, I don't want him to leave.
Well, yeah, it's
It
terrible.
helps my content falling.
Yeah.
But also, I think he'll. Can you delete it and then bring it back, the same account with all those
I'm
followers?
sure you can. It's probably like a Facebook or something like that, where it's like they just keep you dormant.
Yeah.
But I think
Yeah.
I see a lot of people doing that now. Is deleting.
I don't blame them.
I think this is the way to go, especially if you don't need to be on Twitter, don't be on Twitter.
No, the only reason I'm on Twitter is because of this.
Yeah, and I promote my
same
show.
here.
I promote my videos.
You got me on Twitter, Max.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah,
Ryan.
same here. You got me on Twitter too.
Hey, it works for promoting your show. Unfortunately that's how you get in the algorithm. That's the other reason Jeremy does so well is he spends so much time on Twitter. When you do a video or a hot take, you have a lot of people retweeting your stuff. That's how it spreads. For better, for worse, if you have a YouTube channel, we actually should be retweeting each other's videos more often. But
I retweet your videos.
yeah,
Well,
I did.
yeah. You got me to download it. You didn't teach me how to use it. So I'm just
Oh,
like,
okay. Well, I mean that helps get your video out there. So I'll try to do it for. If you at me, you do at Mad Max Movie 1. I'll retweet it and heart it every time.
Okay.
So anyone watching that has a YouTube channel, if you tag me, I'll retweet it. I have I don't care. I mean I do care is the opposite thing. I want to support everyone.
You're sending mixed signals there. I don't care, but I do.
No,
care.
I do care about you guys and getting your content.
I care about
seen.
not caring.
But I don't care about all this other baloney. Like, oh, I need to see who I retweet and everything.
Yeah.
Twitter
Yeah.
problems for good or for Twitter promotes for good or bad. Mostly bad lately though.
Recently, yes.
Yeah, recently.
Listen, it can ruin your life. You delete it, and someone else if you're popular, like if you're a celebrity.
Mhm.
Even if
Yeah.
you delete it, even someone brings it up, you could lose your job. Let's watch. Hey, Sir Nerdalot, I'm so happy you're here. You've been awfully quiet.
Yeah. I'm good.
You don't do Twitter much, huh?
No.
No.
I agree with you guys that it's bad stuff there, basically.
Yeah, especially nowadays. There's lots of reasons I wear this mask. It's just like I want to have a job the rest of my life. I don't want YouTube to be my job. Definitely not.
Well, not
There's
only
one-
that, but when most jobs now, when you sign on to work there, they make you sign a social media thing to where you're not,
Yeah,
disparaging the company in public, stuff like
Yeah.
that.
Right.
don't try any comedy on Twitter either. Ooh, That bad, out of context
Yeah.
comedy.
Yeah.
Woo! That's
It'll
what I'm
land
talking
horribly
about.
wrong.
All right, so
Or
let's.
it's not made
and-
in America.
We're gonna actually watch a Geeks Plus Gamers video, not Geeks and Gamers, Geeks Plus game, because I laughed at. I'll be honest, Jeremy.
Good
I
old
laughed.
fashioned
Not that he's watching, but I laughed at the thumbnail and the title. CNN
Is
watched
it
the
a
kid.
is it a bad take or a good take?
I didn't watch it yet. I have no idea. I'm excited. This is a fresh reaction, and I have to do these. I do other videos. No one watches my. Everyone wants me to mad react video. I've cornered myself into these videos. Everyone loves them. Yes, we're gonna do a mad reaction together. I might clip this out on my channel too. Hold on a second. We're gonna do it together. See if he's right. We got a diagnosis. The Doctor of Doom diagnosis, and everyone on the panel has to diagnose the hot take. Say if it's above average take, average, fake news, zero news, or zero news. That's what we have to do. All right.
Doom talk.
Yeah, Doomcock's in a category next to zero. All right.
Mike Zero.
Yeah, Mike
Yeah.
Zero. All right, let me start this. All right, here we go.
What's up, geeks and gamers? It's Jeremy coming to you with another video. And today, one day after they decided that Gone with the Wind was problematic, now here we are, where they have decided that Disney's Splash Mountain, if we can get it rethemed, that will end racism, everyone. This is the world we live in now. And they obviously see all of the momentum from all of these stupid companies bending the knee to far left-wing ideology. They've been
Okay. Here he's gonna go with his typical identity politics, but he's not wrong.
Yeah, that's the
I've
thing.
tried to stay away from. I've tried to stay away from this content, but unfortunately, is it fair? We cannot get it out of entertainment anymore, and you cannot get it even out of geek culture anymore. It is so infused. It is so infused in the conversation, and that's just like we were just talking about Twitter. You cannot get away from it anymore. There's nowhere left. So unfortunately, was Jeremy right? Yes, I don't like that he does the same terminology all the time, but he's not wrong. I have to admit
like
it.
in this case, he was right. I actually agree with him in this case. And as much as it pains me to say that,
yeah, we got.
I agree with him.
Yeah, I made a comment on that on my earlier video today. I was like,
yeah, I didn't get to watch your video yet. I was gonna watch your video. I saw the intro, man. You pumped up the you're pumping up your presentation. Awesome.
Yeah. I got Filmora 9.
Yeah,
Hey!
you got some production quality there now.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I could use some of that. Taylor M. I wish.
anytime
Plastic Man, not Plastic Man. What was his name?
I'm good. That's coming up in the topics. That's Taylor M. This is coming up.
Elongated Man.
I don't know what he played because I didn't watch it.
Yeah,
but
I saw it. Yeah, I don't know about the guy's tweets. Why he got fired? I could care less.
Bad tweets. They weren't as bad as Gunn though. I mean, how can you rate that? I shouldn't say that. I don't know. To some people, they might be just as bad.
The tweetometer.
Yeah, I don't want to judge people. I'm not.
I mean, you can pretty much be
years ago.
What's that, Sir Nerdalot? Oh yes,
the tweets
were from
they from years ago?
Yeah, and I don't even know how old he is. He might have been a minor.
9 years ago, I believe, from what I remember.
Yeah, 9 years ago.
See, people change.
Yes, exactly. I mean, if you're going to justify to say someone's changed over time when they're a minor too, that's yay. All right, let me see. Hartley was the best for Flash. I don't know. I haven't been watching it. But hold on.
I always thought of him as like a Darren Stevens. He always reminded me of that guy.
We're all sidetracking this reaction. Let's get back to the reaction.
About Splash Mountain because it was themed from Song of the South for I don't know how long now. I've never seen Song of the South. I could care less about that movie. I enjoy the ride itself. I love Splash Mountain. It's one of my favorite rides at Disney. And it's one of my favorite rides because of the theming, because of the song, because of the experience as a whole. Has nothing to do with the movie. Never seen the movie. Don't care about the
Is Zippity Doo from that? Where did that first come
It
from?
is. It
From
is.
Song of
It's
South. Okay.
and they had Brer Rabbit,
Yes.
as well with the I think the fox and the bear and the
Yeah.
rabbit. So yeah, I mean that was I remember that because that's I
I
just
think
watched that
I
when I was
think
young.
see these amusement park rides are like historical landmarks of themselves. Like changing
Yeah.
it just
Exactly.
for that. Yes, I remember
And-
Splash.
and-
I have a picture where I went down Splash Mountain with my grandfather.
Yeah, I went to
Right,
that.
Right.
Yeah,
and if you just start taking things, cherry picking things out of the culture, like when Wizard of Oz has a whole lot
When-
of weird
yeah.
context to it
When
as
does
well.
it
I mean, when
stop?
is that next?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly,
Treat-
exactly.
treat the audience with respect and not like freaking idiots, and say, you know what? When was
that
this
opens
made?
up
When was this made?
right. It opens up education.
Yes.
Educate
Yeah.
educate the children or educate the adults or whoever it is that's not exposed to it, and say, hey, this is what it's about, this is what it represents. Now that you know, you can actually
Look at the
see
pause.
these things and how
Yeah, great point.
Yeah.
Jeremy looks impatient for us to finish. The
oh
tape.
yeah.
movie. I've heard people complain about the movie, but again, we're in 2020 and literally facts are racist. Any different opinion is racist. Pretty much anything that doesn't line up with the narrative is racist. Well, here they are once again targeting Splash Mountain. Here we are on CNN Travel. Of course, it's CNN Travel. Disney fans say
I
Splash
actually
Mountain.
think they should do. Now that one's more controversial. Song of the South, more controversial than even Gone with the Wind. I do think if they're going to bring that back, they should do a documentary or something that presents it before. This was a different time. Disney will never give this light a
Yeah.
day though.
They want to bury this movie, unfortunately.
Lock it in the
actually-
vault.
I'm actually surprised that
in the
Splash
Disney Vault.
that Splash Mountain has survived this long while having characters from that. All right, so let's listen to the rest of it.
I didn't even know it was about that.
My Song of the South should be renamed or rethemed. Disney fans are not saying that. Far left-wing lunatics that are
Okay.
disguising themselves as Disney fans are saying that. Now, I'm a big
To
theme
be
park
fair,
fan.
I
We have a
think
theme
I
park-
think there's a lot of them that are. No offense. I'll
There's
talk
a lot of Disney
talk-
fans who are like that.
Yeah, I
Oh,
will
spade
talk
to
to
spade.
I will talk to any SJW. I think Jeremy is as much a lunatic as far left what he's talking about. So I want to talk to them all. That's what I always do on my channel. But should it be rethemed? No, I don't think so. It's then the movie itself. That's different. I mean, I don't want it to be censored either. I actually think it's a good learning tool. I think this not all this art shouldn't be censored. But we'll get to more of that later.
Yeah.
Park Hoppin'. If you guys want to go subscribe to
Park
that
Hoppin'.
channel, we would appreciate that.
I didn't
My team
subscribe
does a
to Park
great job
Hoppin'
of
yet.
covering theme park
Drunk
news
3PO.
and live streams and covering different situations. And Splash Mountain at Disney World and Disneyland is one of the most popular rides on property.
Yeah.
It's among one of the more iconic rides. It's been around forever, and people love this ride. The only people that are offended over it are people that don't care about this stuff. They only are looking for reasons to be offended. One of Disney's best-loved rides is based on a film widely considered the studio's most racist. Splash Mountain, a mainstay at both Walt Disney World in Florida and Disneyland in California, stars the animated characters from Song of the South, the 1946 film long criticized for stereotypes of spiritual black men and seemingly nostalgic view of antebellum South. Fans want to keep the ride, but they're asking Disney to scrap all the mention of the movie. A number of suggestions have cropped up, urging Disney to retheme the popular ride. The most widely shared one proposes retooling it for Princess and the Frog, the first Disney film to introduce a black
Hey,
princess.
Goldman.
Some of them have turned to change.org petitions. The petitions come at a time when companies and the country are reckoning with their own bias and, on occasion, racist histories.
Oh, boy.
See, this is what it comes down to. They see that they have the momentum. They see that these companies are bending the knee, and they're going to go all out. And they're never going to stop as long as these companies continue to bend the knee to them. And this is what I keep saying.
you're not
over and
wrong.
over
I have to agree.
This is-
Yeah.
I have to
Okay.
agree.
I
I mean,
getting
it's a
worse.
line in the sand, and so there's nothing to justify anything. So it's like back in the 60s and even before, there were really like definitive lines that needed to be addressed.
Oh,
Now that there's not, the people that are growing up now are like, I want a cause, I want to do something, and I have no idea. And some, let me jump on this or let me jump on that, and let me have my say, and then I'll go start a family and go into the suburbs and never be seen or heard from again. But while I'm young, and impressionable, let me jump into a group because everybody wants to belong to something. Everybody wants to stand for something. If you don't stand for something, you stand for nothing. And it's just it's. If you've ever seen that movie Idiocracy with Luke Wilson,
One of my
that's
favorites.
that and Wall-E. That's the culture that we're turning.
They tried to
into.
cancel Paw Patrol. What?
Well, of course, because
has
it's
a
called
top.
Patrol. Because
Oh,
I
I
mean,
didn't
we're
think
like,
of that.
Defund
Oh
Paw
my
Patrol.
gosh, really?
Defund Paw
Damn it.
Patrol.
Oh my goodness, I didn't even think of that. Yes, that goes along with the top. This is ridiculous. Listen,
this is-
listen. There
Now
are
that having 3 kids, I would be perfectly fine with.
okay, thanks, Serna. Thanks, Serna. Oh my gosh. Listen, there's issues, but it's not all the I'm gonna get in trouble. I might get canceled for saying this. It's not all the police, it's not all the cops, it's not I'm sorry. There's
Yeah.
people that put their lives on the line. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
There's also helps they're saying defund the police. That's scary to me. Who are you gonna
Yeah,
call?
They're
Listen.
stating defund the police, but they're not talking about completely defunding the whole program. They're
Okay.
talking about,
Exactly.
trying to pull back and not
Yes.
give as much to to them if they're going to do X, Y, and Z. Not completely defunding them, and leaving us in anarchy and lawlessness and all that.
Okay.
But it does make it harder for young people to want to become a police officer and aspire to that when you have so much negativity, surrounding that profession. So I'm like, why do I want to be a part of that? People are just going to hate me.
Look, I'm not
So-
saying there's not problems. I'm not saying there's
No.
problems
Yeah,
everywhere.
yeah, I
There's
mean,
problems in
there's-
every organization. There's problems
Exactly.
all the world. There's problems with every single group. Oh, we just lost some viewers. Oh man. Listen,
We
this
just
is
got
I wa-
deplatformed.
No, I want to cover the hard topics. I do want to cover the hard topics. That saying that scares me though completely.
I mean, because you never
Um,
know, who's gonna determine what to take funds from and what not to take funds from, because you never know, like they might go too far with pulling back funds for the police, or they might
Mhm.
or they might defund parts that are important instead of the parts that are wasteful, I guess.
Paw Patrol.
know,
That's actually I should change the. I should put Paw Patrol in my thumbnail earlier. I did not know that.
100%. Parents
Okay,
unite.
Jason. Okay, thanks. I appreciate the clarification. We'll talk more about that later for the other topic. Yes. All right.
So what's up,
we're,
Sil?
we're losing viewers too.
He's such a lurker.
Is
Okay,
why
thank you for being here, Sil.
I have created this entire platform, because after The Last Jedi, after I finally came to grips
Finally!
with what that movie
Like
was,
January or
it made me
February.
see everything that was going on with Hollywood, with Disney, with all of
That
these
was the movie?
studios where they were moving more
I know,
to the
right?
identity politics realm,
Oh my.
and they were willing to bend the knee and sacrifice history, fandom, and continuity
Man, go make another
for
Brie
the
video, dude.
outrage mob. And it's never been more relevant than it is now. And these weirdos that don't care about this stuff, they smell
don't-
blood in the water.
I don't like calling them weirdos and everything. I mean, listen, whenever someone brings up something, this show should be canceled, I'm like, let's have a conversation about it. But don't just, I think everyone should be listened to. I don't think everything should be executed on. Like, okay, let's talk
Well,
about
everybody's
it. Let's
quick
talk
to
about-
label things.
Yeah.
You know,
yes.
everyone wants to label anybody. And that's from any background. They want to label other people anything.
Yeah.
So that it helps them to compartmentalize, and it also helps them to sleep better at night, knowing that
removes that guilt.
Yeah, it does. It certainly does, and everyone does it.
Oh,
It is getting intense. The cancel culture is increasing right now. Definitely. I was hoping it was going away. No, it's going tenfold. And listen, the recent events the last few weeks, I'm not happy with. My heart goes out to anyone impacted, or if you weren't treated the same. my heart goes out to you. I don't agree with that either. But this is ridiculous. Everything going on right now, you can't talk about anything anymore. Let's hear the end of his take.
And they are going after everything.
So unfortunately,
the
he's
problems
right.
with Song of the South. Splash Mountain stars Briar Rabbit and Briar Fox, along with the ducks and chickens and frogs who share the southern home, and it culminates in a tall drop that's blah 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 blah. Yes, the zippity doo.
I wanted to hear about the ride,
the
Jeremy.
film has long been criticized for its romanticized view of the post-Civil War South. The Guardian's Scott Tobias wrote in 2019 that the world and themes of both the live-action portion and the animated segments starring Briar Rabbit reinforce a nostalgia for a plantation in the Reconstruction era.
Thanks, Ryan.
I mean, again, Briar Rabbit's history is controversial too. According to Encyclopedia Britannica, he is a figure of an African folklore that traveled with slaves to the U.S. Then in the mid-19th century, author Joel Chandler Harris took the character and popularized it with stories that adapted the dialect he picked up from slaves. This is all just them trying to connect dots after dots after dots.
Now,
Disney,
the writer of the article is not wrong either, though. But still, I don't.
Yeah.
That's where the origin of the character came from. But
I mean, look at the crows from Dumbo, right?
Yes.
I mean, they were characterized. Look at Looney Tunes. Looney Tunes did the same thing. They had the same type characters in. I mean, it was just for that time period. That's sort of like the paradigm. That's sort of the outlook that they had for whatever, and they just brought it and translated it into the media. And
we live in a different time.
Yeah, right. Exactly. We live in a different time, but again, that doesn't mean cancel the other times. That means learn from the other times. Don't destroy the other times and try to put
this is what I was going to talk about later. Equilibrium, Sense Offender. Is this the future? It's sort of heading that way. Was that movie ahead of its time? I mean, not exactly, but there's certain things. Erasing parts of art because it might offend people. This is really happening now. Yeah, it's really happening now, and we're all for it.
Yeah, I mean, even to bring it in modern times, like there are some people who want to destroy or delete the Simpsons. Apu, but the Justice League. And that, I'm sorry, even though it sucks, it's not the greatest movie in the world. I think it should still exist. Yeah. Same thing with if it's available, then why destroy it? Why try to obliterate it from existence? Because you want to replace it with a better version. That's fine, but Joss's take should still be available for those people so they can appreciate.
They made a VHS of Song of the South sing along. Wow. That might be worth some money.
Yes, actually, that's true. I mean, if you want, you should buy that stuff now. If they're trying to cancel it, and just hold on to it, keep it in a vault, time capsule, whatever.
Put it on
because it's going to be worth a lot.
Woo!
Okay, let's finish the take, because I gotta.
Dozens of forgotten films to stream on Disney Plus decided to keep Song of the South in the vault. It never got a wide at-home release in the U.S. either because of the criticisms of racism. But Disneyland opened its Splash Mountain in 1989, decades after the film debuted, and was denied a video release. Uncle Remus doesn't appear anywhere in the ride, but the country animals still speak the same dialect Harris used in the story.
Here's where I know where he's. I mean, I could hear him in my. I watched so many of his videos. Where do you move the goalpost? So it was fine in the past. Now the goalpost is moved, and now characters that reflect even animal characters are going to be criticized as racist now.
Like Zootopia. Take that for example. In different regions, in different areas, they replaced animals with the characters for that reason. If you look at like the reporters, they changed the antlered deer to I think a panda bear for China or whatever. They're just sort of like, is that not acceptable now? I mean, are we pandering? Are we not pandering? What are we doing? Why are we?
I know the argument. Move the goalpost. The goalpost has now been moved because of recent events. And now we are going back systematically. And I don't want to say systematic. I shouldn't have said that because of other systematic thing that they're saying is happening within police organization. I'm just saying going back every single film series or whatever, going back and saying, does this fit the new goalpost? It's happening. It's happening right now. Is this in the grand scheme of things? Is this more important than everyday citizens getting the same respect that every race does?
Right.
No, it's not. It's not as important as that. But we're talking about entertainment here. That's why we got to put things in perspective. Do I try to stay away from this talk as much as I can? Yes, I do. But it's like every day now. Besides people getting called out on Twitter and being canceled, literally, or big top-time movie pundits like John Campy himself canceling himself on Twitter. Now we're going project by project and saying, does this fit the new goalpost? And I hate saying that because it proves he's right. I mean, this is this is his every video. This is his point in every video, but he's not wrong. I have to say when he's not wrong. The insanity continues.
What if they bring up, Back to the Future, that whole Goldie Wilson, becoming mayor.
Oh, yeah.
That'll be the day. And it's
A
like
colored mayor,
Yeah, exactly. So
sorry,
it's derogatory, but it's not using,
Brian. I don't want you around.
triggering language.
Yeah. I mean, seriously, watch what you say. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm sorry about
that. He did. It doesn't exist. Okay, with Neon Sci-Fi, with the stream war going, company censoring movies for audience for today. Yes, it is. In this, I'm gonna do another topic on that. Pirates are now historians for games and movies. Isn't it weird? We need the pirates. We need pirates.
Give me my bootleg.
I prefer to buy legally, but it's gone to this point where the actual historians are the pirates for entertainment. I mean, for entertainment.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, amen, brother.
Disney used in the film. CNN reached out to Disneyland and Walt Disney World for comment and is waiting to hear back. So then they get into the debate. Like, again, you're never going to stop. There's always going to be something they're going to be offended over. All right. So they've not released the movie.
He's going full bore.
And they haven't released, I guess, what has been determined the racist elements of the movie on the ride. But because it's still based on the ride, then it has to be eliminated. Well, what happens when you find out, well, hell, this movie that existed in 1942, it had a person that worked on it that had racist beliefs. We have to eliminate the entire film, the entire production from history, because one person that worked on it might have had views that might have been ist or isms. It's a never-ending rabbit hole. It is nonsense. I believe Disney will absolutely bend the knee, and it sucks because I love Splash Mountain.
You better get drunk free peel on that ride right away. That's going to get a lot of views.
I love it for the theming. I love it for the experience. I love it for the characters in it. And I know nothing about the movie. Never seen it. That has nothing to do with my appreciation for that ride. It's about the experience, which is why I love so many Disney World rides and Disneyland rides, because of the theming and the experience. So again, they bend the knee here. They're never going to stop bending it. And I do believe Disney will bend it, because right now these companies are absolutely obsessed with, hey, whatever you need to not be offended. We're here for you. We're here to end racism. By what? By changing history? By eliminating something? Like, there's nothing racist about the ride itself. But and again, I can't speak to the movie, but based on the standard that has been implemented, I have a hard time believing it's overly racist. Maybe it is, but I haven't seen it. But when people in 2020 call everything an ist or an ism,
I'd have to ride it again to see. I mean, I think they sing Zippity Doodah and they use the accents, but that's about it.
I must have ridden that ride when I was like 6 or 7.
Yeah.
Well, I've never been to Disneyland, period.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I've never been to Disneyland.
It's been a long time.
I've been to Disney World, but not Disneyland.
Okay.
Yeah.
I am not going to buy into it, because right now we are in clown world. It is absolutely ridiculous. I am not going to deal with this. I am not going to let these people change my view of things because they figured out that one person might have worked on it that had an opinion that they don't like. They are not interested in any of these things
Yeah,
they
say
claim
that
they
about
are.
Star Trek,
They
dude.
just want to be offended to be offended. Anyway, check out Park Hoppin', our channel. We appreciate it. Doug's doing a
Segue.
fantastic job. Justin Copper's been helping out over there. Kristen Noah's been helping out over there. So proud of my team. Appreciate all of the support you guys have given us. You guys have a great day.
Hey.
Thank you very much for checking out this video.
He has. Is he gonna?
That's
but-
it's a great pause face
Yeah.
right there.
I was gonna
But
say,
he-
you always have a knack for the best pause.
John 3PO is a ride historian now. You better videotape all those rides before they're changed. What else? What other ride could be changed? I don't know.
A Matterhorn.
We'll talk
going
to you.
down. I'm
Oh,
telling you.
hang on. Solo lost money. Raylos are weird. Fuck Naughty Dog. And we will talk to you later.
Oh, okay. All right. We got a diagnosis take. What do you think of his take? Ryan, we'll go with you first.
I mean, I think he's a little bit, a little overzealous, a little bit. Just I don't know.
I mean, there's a conversation to be
he's-
had there.
he's-
There's
exactly.
a-
No, I agree. He's saying some good points, but I mean,
There's a lot of
he's just kind of
hyperbole.
sensationalizing it a little bit. I mean, of course, that's for a show. It's entertainment, blah blah blah. But I think that these are valid points, and these are issues that need to be discussed. And just hey, sane people can have a discussion.
I'm pretty sure there's a Splash Mountain ride through on YouTube. Okay, I gotta check that out. I might do a reaction video.
There you go.
Canceled ride reaction video.
And then when it gets to the waterfall, just put your arms up like this.
Yeah, hey, yo, Varods, I believe Raylos are awesome. I'm sorry you had to hear that.
Yeah, I'm glad they got theirs.
Raylo, what is that?
Raylo. You, know
Raylo
what-
is-
Kylo Ren.
you really
Kylo
don't know what a
Ren,
Raylo is? He's playing dumb. He knows what a Raylo is. Kylo,
Star Wars ended at 6.
Oh,
Hot take.
I got so many different opinions in here. I have to say, slightly above average. Not a hot take, but slightly above average. Because even though I do not think the ride should be changed, there is a conversation to be had there that the characters of that is taking it too far. I think when they should say this is a historical ride, we want to keep this as is. I can't stand when I actually altogether, not just Splash Mountain, I can't stand when old rides just disappear completely.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
I
mean, had Splash Mountain the ride been a problem for years, and people were always talking about it, and this is a tired old topic that is like, God, are they ever going to change it? Why haven't they changed it? Then I would say, okay, there's obviously something on there, or the theme needs to be rehashed or rethemed or whatever. But if it's just now in 2020 an issue, get the heck out of my face for that crap.
Okay, next we'll go to sci-fi, but I want to highlight, because this is an excellent comment. I hope they don't go after Small World 2. Small World could be very stereotypical with the characters showing the
Star
different-
Wars. They're coming after that one next.
Oh, really? All right, sci-fi.
I don't want to
Galaxy's
ride
Edge,
in
the
the
whole
sequel
damn thing.
trilogy.
Sci-fi.
Well, I didn't get to see the whole thing because my internet went out, and but the parts I did see, I did agree with what he said, even if you guys said he was being a little over sensationalist. yeah, and so I would say his take is I don't know what's the ratings.
Above average, average.
I would say
is
average.
Average take. Okay. Sir Nerod, you think he was on track on that video?
I guess I would give it about average.
Average.
It's tough for me because I do think things need to change.
Okay, sure.
But not necessarily changing, like you guys have been saying, historical monuments, because it is a very old ride. But if you could highlight Jason Alves' comment They
Okay.
can just replace the dialogue without the dialect that they had.
Okay.
Stuff
All
like
right.
that. So, this is, I mean, it's a really
Fair point. That's a conversation. I appreciate you
Yeah,
different
yeah.
opinions, Sir Nerdle. I did
no,
because that's hard. It's hard to share. Much respect. I agree. We do need to try to be better. We need to progress. How much of it's going to change though? That's a different. If it's just that, like you said, and Jason here with his excellent comment, without the dialect, can it be overly racist and stereotypical? I could see that. All right.
Yeah, and you
Um,
don't necessarily have to change the name. Keep it Splash Mountain.
Yeah.
Nothing in that really overtly screams racism or whatever.
Right. All fair points. I'm so glad you shared your view, Sir Nerdlot. Because we're all. It's great to hear that. Yes. Are we so close-minded ourselves that we're not open to say, hey, if we just do this? I'd be up for that
Yeah.
conversation. Yeah. I
But
don't want to be
I think
closed.
the good thing is that we are here discussing it and
Yeah.
having a conversation about it.
Sure. Great points there. Brian, did you want to share your thoughts?
Yeah. Well, I have to give honestly, I don't really watch a lot of Jeremy videos, so this is kind of above average for me.
Above average. Okay.
Because he's always ranting about something that kind of, in the grand scheme is kind of meaningless, and he laces in hyperbole to kind of drive the point home. So I mean, I kind of agree with Sir Nerdlot. I think we need to slow down, calm,
Yeah.
and approach everything with more of an open mind.
Right. Okay.
Because I mean, when you close your mind, you start taking sides. I think that's when the galvanization starts, and it's just a downhill slide from there.
To be honest, my mind was kind of like made up too, and then Sir Nerdlot and then Jason with that comment. Yeah, I'm like, okay, I could see that. I don't want to be closed-minded myself. Excellent points,
I
Dave.
would like to add that I do think it is an overreaction by Disney.
Yeah. Yes.
Well, yes, but it's the same thing by us overreacting to it as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well,
So
yeah,
it's
that's
kind of
true.
like it's just an escalating thing. Where, I mean, like Jeremy said, it just kind of it'll keep going and going and going, but it's just a never-ending circle on that one. So,
All right. Yeah. Well, great segue, Jason. So that's I'm gonna highlight it again.
I was gonna say that too. My question was, who still watches Cops?
I didn't know they still filmed regular. Like every single person that's ever been featured in the show could go back and sue them or something. Honestly, they're pretty aggressive.
Yeah.
In that. But that's
Well, I mean, if
this is a hot.
I was
topic.
watching 48 Hours the other night with just look at Nick Nolte, treating people. It wasn't, just Eddie Murphy and whatever, but he was treating everybody just so rough. I was like, dude, and that was just considered back in the 80s. That was normal. That was
Yes.
typical. And if you showed somebody, that movie today, they'd be like, oh my God, I can't believe he slammed that guy with the door so many times and was beating the crap out of these criminals.
I'm blaming the show for some of the way the actual ones react. Yes, that show kind of gave the go ahead for that type of behavior.
Well, it was just,
I'm
it was
kidding.
taking from, I guess the sign, it was the sign of the times. It was sort of like, that's how these people treat, that's how cops back in the day treated, criminals. And, of course, we're watching a movie, we know this person, what this person has done or whatever. And so in the back of our minds, we're like, yeah, it's justified. But, I mean, just watch the movie. It's just like, oh my goodness, that's not how I would have pictured cops treating people. But it's like, you look at the, footage from today, and then you look at that from the 80s. It's like, I don't know, man. It's so, I don't know. It's
well, I want to
difficult.
talk about controversial topic. We're going to talk about movie and TV fans talking about our favorite cop properties. What's going to happen to Beverly Hills Cop 4? What's going to happen to Lethal Weapon 6? Because I thought they were
going to
actually
get cucked.
Yeah.
I thought
You know,
they were
Gibson's
going to.
not
What's
gonna
going
be
to
in
happen to Bad Boys? Bad Boys for 2019 and then done. Bad Boys Knots for Life. I don't. Bad
No
Boys
more
are
Hobbs
cops,
and
right?
Shaw.
Well, I mean,
it's
they're not
nothing but
really
pepper
cops, though.
spray.
Yeah, they might get a pass because they're not cops. They're special agents.
Ooh,
And it's The Rock.
that's true.
But I
That is
didn't
my
know
favorite
this-
episode.
this-
Always Sunny, by the way.
yeah, I did. I haven't watched this. I started to watch the show, and my wife wasn't feeling it. I got to go back to this. Man, are they daring to do that face? And that was only a few years ago.
Yeah, I'm surprised that show hasn't gotten canceled yet.
I know. I mean, they were spoofing Lethal Weapon 6. I got to watch that episode. And I wanted talk
It's
about
Always
Mel
Sunny is
Gibson.
brilliant.
Double canceled. Lethal Weapon. He's canceled again. I mean, some people may say he should stay canceled, but Mel Gibson, I don't think he's ever coming back like full force. And he did that. He did direct Hacksaw Ridge, which I think
Yeah,
Sci-Fi
I
Dragon
saw.
watched. That was an amazing movie. I
He
love
put
that.
together a
Movie.
good military movie.
Yes.
There was
Right.
another one he did too. I think. It was
But
like-
his franchise films, he's not coming back. And
No.
I would good thing I didn't make my video about him returning to Mad Max because it's never going to happen now. Not listen, cancel culture is not going anywhere. It's
No.
not.
Yeah,
It's,
yeah. As much as we hate it, it's gonna stick with us.
I
Unfortunately,
mean, the anti SJWs go. They do the same tactics though. They do the exact
Yeah.
same tactics. They go back in someone's history. They do the exact same thing. They become what
Yeah.
they hate. So I'm not, and I want to talk to everyone. I don't want to call people like Jeremy weirdos. I do call them that.
Yeah.
But I and I don't want
See,
to
I
call
think
it.
it's
I
it's
wanna-
a small sect on both sides, and
Yeah.
it just ruins it for the masses. You know, it's like I don't care about this crap either way for most of this stuff. It's like, but there are people who care about it on this with this mentality, and there are people that have a different paradigm and are they care about this, and I'm like, I mean, you make valid points either way or whatever, but I just give me good content. Don't mess with my entertainment.
Beverly Hills Cop 4 is the one I think that's gonna, because I think they're really thinking hard about that. And Coming to America 2, I think they were already filming and
oh, I would
delayed.
love to see that.
I think they're
Yeah.
finished filming Coming to
Yeah.
America too.
And with that,
I didn't even see the first Coming to America.
My Name is
though.
Dolomite on,
Oh, it was a good movie.
on
Great,
really good.
Netflix. Eddie Murphy's been having a comeback, so I think this was his time.
Yeah.
Um,
But I think the reason why Coming to America took 2 may have taken long because Eddie wasn't going to work with Landis. I think it was Landis. He's the one that directed the first one,
Yeah.
and they didn't get along. So I think that's what took so long.
oh, it is finished. Yes,
Mhm.
that's good. That's good. Let me see. Yeah. Hey, I'm up for it. Hey, if it works, if the actors
For
good-
Pattinson's Batman, I mean,
Yeah.
I like that guy. He was really cool in Mission. It wasn't not Mission Impossible. It was the Bonds. He was in the Bonds, and that's
and
where I
he-
first
he's
saw
in
him.
okay,
Westworld
gotcha.
too.
Yeah, I like
Yeah.
him. Good. He played Felix in the Bond movies. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's in Man of Steel that plays?
Lawrence Fishburne.
Yes, he did.
Yep,
He did
Perry
great.
Okay.
Yeah.
As
Yeah.
Perry. He
Well,
did-
And Perry White was not a redhead. Usually, they replace redheads with black guys.
Yeah.
he's not wrong.
Jim Gordon was redhead.
Hey, I
Because
still
Barbara
have,
Gordon's redhead.
I have Lethal Weapon. Hey, go
Jimmy
get
Olsen's
your,
redhead.
go get the Lethal Weapons because I don't ever
Wally
see,
West.
especially the title of Lethal Weapon. They don't want to associate that with cops.
Yeah, right.
It's not going to happen now. It's
Yeah.
not.
Well,
And,
no, but Richard Donner's not around either.
the Police
Hot
Academy.
take.
Yeah, the Police Academy reboot isn't happening. I don't know if they were ever thinking about that.
Bobcat. I don't understand.
Well, Michael Winslow. I mean, come on, man.
Oh, he was so superb. I loved him in Spaceballs.
I mean, we lost Sweeps and the Creeps.
Yeah, there's a lot of funny. There's a lot of funny cop shows like that Reno 911 or whatever.
Oh, I love Reno 911.
Yeah, Grace Randolph tweeted out another like live action cop show that was deleted too. I forget the name of it.
Live action cop show.
What about all your,
NYPD.
Besides cops.
NCIS
Besides
and
cops.
CSI.
Reno 911.
No, it's a
Spaceballs.
They're gonna take it off of Quibi now. It's going off.
yeah. All right.
Someone mentioned it in the chat, but
What's
I don't
that?
remember. The show you're talking about that Grace mentioned that got canceled.
Oh, Live PD. Live PD. Yes, I have never heard.
Seal.
People actually said it's a positive show too. I don't know. I don't know if that's true. Person of interest.
Well, that's not a cop show though. It's more like a CIA type.
You know
show.
how many TV shows are about cops?
A ton. That's why I'm like, are you gonna start? If you get rid of SVU,
Law and Order.
yeah, any of the Law and Orders, I'm done.
Paw Patrol.
You're done. What are you gonna do, Brian? Paw Patrol.
They start
Cancel
going
Paw
after
Patrol,
Swift Mob,
yes.
It's over.
RoboCop.
Oh, that's right. Sci-Fi Dragon just dropped the heat.
But
How are
aren't
they gonna do RoboCop
right now,
again?
though?
How are they
Judge
gonna do
Dredd.
RoboCop?
Yeah, RoboCop. No more Judge Dredd sequels.
Oh my God, Sci-Fi! I didn't even
that
think
last
of that.
one was good though.
Yeah, it was.
You're right.
Yeah.
I liked Carl Urban though. He was good. He was kind of.
And
Yeah.
listen,
I like him
hate that we
more
I hate that
in,
we have to
um,
keep saying this.
What's that?
But we're
show
none
with
of us
the
are
superheroes?
saying
The Boys.
none of
yeah.
none of
Yeah.
us are saying that there's not problems exist and that we don't want everyone. We want
Yeah.
reform or whatever. We want. I don't see a world where they don't exist though. And
Yeah. I mean,
RoboCop, in Judge Dredd. You're right. How can you do a new RoboCop movie? No, I don't see a way you could do it. At least not for a few years.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, I mean, it's sort of
What's
like
that?
yeah,
the 9/9s and stuff like that. I mean,
it's sort of like what people did with like the military after like like the Vietnam War, like how people turned against the military after that conflict, and
Yeah.
like it was sort of taboo to portray the military in any sort of positive light until Top Gun happened, and then it was okay to make military movies again, or at least portray them in a positive light.
yeah,
Oh,
'cause
what?
like Stripes and it was a farce.
Inhuman Quake, yes. I didn't know that it was going to focus a lot on that. I bet you they'll rewrite it. I don't know.
I mean, here's the thing. I don't think that an entire genre or subject matter should be like forbidden to talk about in movies. Like people should. be able
But
to
this
make
is
movies about
Hollywood.
whatever.
You have to understand. They're going to be very reactionary. Or if they do anything with it, they're going to have all kind of disclaimers and all this supplemental stuff.
Well, I mean, it'll last for a little while, but it'll go back to it'll go back to normal. Same thing with like the World Trade Center. They didn't want to touch. They changed a couple movies because they had the World Trade Center in them, or they also had a building. There was like a
Blowing up.
destruction scene, and they had to change. I forgot what movie that was that got changed because
They changed
the
Lilo and Stitch because the
Yep.
ending scene of that movie had a plane and they changed it to a spaceship.
Mhm.
yeah.
Well, that
Donnie Darko went straight to DVD
Oh,
because
really?
of that.
I didn't know that it did.
Yep.
All right. So I do have some more topics. These is questions. What movies that get better with age? I think Equilibrium gets even better with age as cancel culture and now erasing art and censoring it. If you see the beginning of the movie, it's not exactly like that. But I want to rewatch. I own it on Steelbook. I just haven't watched it in years. And I would love to see. Would you like to see a sequel or series based on the Equilibrium? I love that movie. Have you watched
I
that
thought
movie?
it was The Matrix.
Oh no. It's different than the Matrix.
It's just the Matrix with Bale instead of.
I mean the style. Yes.
Everybody has to be in black and wear sunglasses at night.
that was the time.
lots of techno music.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
popular.
And I love those movies. Yes. But is there any movie you can think of? I know I don't want to put you in a spot that might get better with age. Something else I was thinking of that I didn't finish also was a TV series that I didn't get into yet is which is very interesting. I know it's controversial too. This is a controversial take. Is Watchmen on HBO, the series, how they depict cops and have to hide who they are for their safety in real life. That's controversial, but it might have been ahead of its time as well. Although there's the public plays a different. It's different, but I'm just saying
Yeah.
it's interesting to think about that now. To think about how they're depicted in that show. It kind of makes me want to go watch it now to see what else. I only watched the first 2 episodes, and then
Well, my neighbor across the street's a cop, and he's black, and he doesn't care. He's like, this is just all gonna go back to normal. He's like, there's no need to worry about anything. You know, we have discussions all the time. It's just like,
Yeah.
you know, and I live in Houston, man. We're
Because
we're the most diverse city, well, one of the most diverse cities in the U.S. So, yeah, it's not that big of a deal. Like I said, it's always a small, minute group that's just ruining it for everybody.
Yeah. I mean, because my aunt, she's married to a cop too. So, like, I mean, we're not that negative about cops in my family. So,
I'm sure most people know someone or have a family member. I just don't like saying the whole group and systematic. Maybe in certain areas,
Well, I mean, it's like
not
when
the
we were
whole.
criticizing the Menace, and their response was, "Don't paint us with a broad brush." Well,
Yeah,
don't paint them with a broad brush. I mean,
I just
can't do
don't
that
like
with
saying
any
that about anyone that risks their lives too. It's hard work. I look. There's issues.
Yeah.
There's issues with techniques also that are taught. I mean, things have to be looked at, but that's not always on. It's so complicated. It does actually put us at risk for even to cover this topic.
there's a lot of
yeah.
nuance. Yeah.
There's nuance.
Well, I had another friend that was a cop, and he didn't last because it was just too stressful. So, I
Yes.
mean, he went through the whole academy, did everything, passed all the tests, whatever, and he didn't last. I don't even think he lasted 2 years.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to be one. I mean, I don't blame people for not.
Yeah.
especially right now, because now everyone pretty much hates you as a cop right now.
Yeah.
It seems the worst in you.
The other thing, the other movie that I was thinking of that probably gets better with age is Batman v Superman. How would the real world react if a Superman did exist
That's
and
what I
went
was
to save
gonna
people?
say.
Yeah.
they would take him to court.
Yeah,
Say, what did you do?
Judge Wapner.
yeah.
I mean, do we expect too much out of a person as
And
well?
Granny's
How can you handle that much pressure? I'm
That's gross.
not saying
Yeah.
anything that's been done was justified. There's far from it. I'm just saying the pressure is immense. I would never want to be in that position at all.
Yeah, and Batman v Superman also sort of portrayed the media as negative as well, because I mean the
that's
media is the reason the media is the reason why Batman decided to fight against Superman, because the media was portraying Superman as a negative figure.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. When I look at the media, it reminds me of Anchorman, and how they just sensationalize. Or no, it was Anchorman 2, I think, right? When they were talking about the chase sequence and just making it out to be something that it wasn't, and that's what they did until I think they had to ban that because it was just. I mean, people were out driving around acting a fool in the car just so that they could have the helicopters flying around, getting them on camera, and letting them run out of gas because they weren't gonna, the police cars or cruisers were not gonna knock them off the road or whatever. So I mean, it's a slippery slope with these people that we're going. It's gonna turn into idiocracy.
Oh yeah, that's an Idiocracy. Is that an
Yep.
accurate movie too? I got to rewatch that.
You should watch that documentary. It is legit.
Documentary you're calling it. Okay. Jason L. is a movie that I think gets better with age. of no
Gatorade is
future.
what plants need.
It's got electrolytes.
yeah.
It got the electrolytes.
President Camacho.
Hey, last election. That's
I
what
love Terry Crews.
That's who I was going to vote for. Camacho.
Oh yeah, there's another cop movie that I'm wondering what they'll do with now. Spiral, the Saw movie that involved the cops
Oh.
with
Did it?
Chris Rock. Remember?
Oh really? That's already filmed. Isn't it?
Yeah, I wonder when that one's gonna come out, or if it's even gonna come out now, or if they're gonna push it back.
That's a good question. I didn't know it involved. Like, okay. I mean, you're gonna see
Yeah.
changes to you're already seeing on the streaming services. All right, Chief Wiggum.
Yeah. What's going on here,
Death
boys?
Wish the Charles Bronson holds for me. Batman vs Super is awesome. Yes. All right.
I'm gonna have
So
to
that
watch
that was a
Twitter.
maybe after this stream is done and on the replay, go back and leave a comment of a movie or TV series that gets better with age. That's actually more accurate to the times now. And I think BVS really, if superheroes did exist, this is how we would treat them.
Yeah.
For sure. What other topic did I have here? All right. Oh, this is another reason I watched the John Kip. He comes up with some great topics. Fired and hired, the inconsistency of the WB. The guy in the Flash series is now canceled. James Gunn gets fired from Disney, gets hired
And
by
then
WB
rehired.
right away, rehired and then rehired. And Ezra Miller, I don't want to bring his name up again for controversy, but this is not, nothing is said here, but this, I also want to see how old this guy is when he made those tweets. Not that that justifies anything, but and he deleted them, I believe. Does that how he is now? Can people change? I don't like this. There's no statute of limitation on tweets. You could go back
Yeah.
you could go back any time, and the court of public opinion is merciless. It just is. So
Yeah.
don't
The thing
tweet.
that some people do now is they go through when they get a new job, they go through and they delete old tweets just so they don't have any skeletons in the closet.
I honestly think
Yeah.
I think John Campia's got the biggest balls in movie talk if he keeps it down. Because if I had that many followers, I don't think I would do that. I'll be honest with you. Keep it down as a statement. We don't need Twitter. Twitter, like I'm. It's no longer a joke. Skynet is not the Skynet.
Sick
Skynet.
about balls and nuts
Yes.
and what's going on with this guy?
Ding dongs. No, I'm watching
Ding
Ding
dongs.
Dongs. Talking about
Hey,
ding
now-
dongs.
now you got
As long as we don't start part about Kong, you know.
Yes.
Cupcakes.
Skynet is not the end of the world. Twitter is. Should we play a part in it? I've seen a lot of people that I've known, like friends, that are like, I'm getting off Twitter recently. Last few weeks, I'm getting off Twitter.
Yeah,
I'm done.
I didn't get rid of my Twitter. I just turned off my notifications because because it's hard to put your phone down whenever you're constantly getting Twitter notifications, and it becomes addicting just to see what your messages are.
Yeah, I'm just using it to promote my channel and takes now. I'm doing less conversations on Twitter. Like more for DMs to send out stream links to say this is what I'm working on. Less arguing. It's just not worth it anymore. It's not. Grant Gustin won't back up Hartley at all, or no one to cast a crew. Yeah, they're like it's not worth even if someone would have defended them in the past. I think it's that time's gone. They're just like nope. They're going Schmoville on it. You're like no.
Yeah. I mean, you make a mistake, it's kind of like you're on your own.
Yeah, I mean, because they want to protect
if
their
you can get
jobs.
out of
Don't drag me into this.
Exactly. CYA.
Yeah. So is it inconsistent though? I don't like to talk about politics, but is it the wrong kind of politics too that keeps you fired? I have to say it. I have to say it. I'm not against either side. I don't play that games. I talk to everyone.
Yeah.
I'm saying, is it politics that keep you fired? Because
There's a little bit of a bias.
Yes.
Yeah,
Eyebrow raise.
I think it could be.
I mean, that's
Because, when was the last time you saw James Woods in anything,
I mean,
Benjamin.
change James Gunn political party or Ezra Miller, would they be rehired or would they have an official comment? That's a fair
Or if they
question.
supported a
answer in
certain
the
candidate.
comments. And I'm not against left or the right. I'm not. I'm just saying, change one thing about them. Would they? That's a hot topic. That's a hard question to ask. I don't even know if you want to engage in that type of question. Honestly, James Gunn. That's the only difference. I think that's the only reason he's rehired.
Yeah, but see what James Gunn got fired for in the first place. I mean, it's a head scratcher why they brought him back on kids.
Well, I can't remember what was it with James.
He made
Gunn?
some
Has something to do with children.
yeah, he made some
Yeah,
all I
some
remember.
very like
improper comments about children on
He was really into
Some sort of joke.
yeah,
or
he's
something.
kind of some kind of joke, but it kind of
he was really into
Off
like
color, yeah.
shock value comedy.
yeah, but
When
if
he was working with Trauma, and then he was also he was into some weird kinks with like baby talk and having.
And
I mean,
parties.
these were grown adults dressing as young people and like spanking and stuff. He was into that scene. I'm saying it exists. There's
There's so
proof.
many things that
So-
exist these days.
well, there's a lot of
Yeah,
debauchery
you
in that.
Yeah, so
There's people who dress as babies. There's people who dress as animals. There's people who
Yes.
get
so he was
face tattoos and try to pretend or become they
So-
change their look and all that. And
Yeah,
it's-
so he was really into that scene. I've seen
It's
picture.
going to happen
proof.
with
I
overpopulation.
haven't seen like X-rated picture proof. I just saw pictures of him dressed at a party. Him dressed as a
yeah,
priest.
the ones that were released.
Yeah, dressed as a priest with young girls and like baby rattles and stuff. But he did not isolate it just to parties. He carried out that behavior on Twitter, which really shows he was in that scene. Honestly,
Yeah, it kind of says,
Mhm.
"Hey guys," but what's,
So and then he made jokes about.
I remember
Yeah,
he
Jo-
made a joke about Justin Bieber when he was still like a popular figure.
That joke
Before the tattoos.
really jokes that were not funny and they were left up and they were years ago.
Yeah.
I at the time thought I did not want him on Guardians 3 either, not because I wanted him canceled, just because I didn't like Guardians 2 and because I can't stand
Yeah.
when these
Isn't that good?
I can't stand when these directors attach themselves to a franchise and act like they own it. Like he didn't create Guardians of the Galaxy. He did a great job on one
Yeah.
movie. I
Sure.
think it would have done better if moved on to someone else.
Yeah,
that-
I think same thing with Patty Jenkins, man. I mean, she did great for Wonder Woman. I'm hoping the next one's good. And then for the third one, she can put her notes in or whatever, but like get her on maybe, Man of Steel or get her on Flash or get her on something else, give her something different so it allows her to grow. It allows her to tackle a problem, or tackle a character from a
I
different point of view.
disagree with you a little bit on that one. I think if she hits 1984 out of the park, she deserves the same notoriety as Christopher Nolan on the Dark Knight trilogy if she gets it right. But
look
is
at the Dark Knight
1984 going to be
Rises.
Yeah, I know.
sticking the
Yeah.
landing's the
He
hard
still
part.
he still had the opportunity.
Well, Dark Knight
missed it.
Rises was a tough one because you lost one of your main villains.
But he was only
Yeah.
supposed to be a cameo. He was
It
only
was only
supposed to be a cameo.
Okay,
Mhm.
I thought
give it
I mean,
to
I
him.
still enjoyed the Dark Knight.
He was supposed to be in the
Rises.
movie, but he was supposed to just sort of like he was going to have an interaction with Bale, and I think possibly an interaction with Bane.
No. Have you heard
that
of
was it.
Amber Heard? She is done. Look at YouTube. There's so many videos. I'm sure the anti-SJWs would love if she gets still involved so they could get those clicks. But there is no. I almost would bet 100% there's no way they're bringing Amber Heard back.
No,
Yeah.
that's why they're quiet about it. They're quiet because they're going to see.
You
Well,
think
how
they
does-
are?
how's this?
Oh, they'll sneak her in.
I think they might. The only reason why I say they might is because they haven't given an official like, okay, no, guys, she's out of the movie. We're currently looking to recast and doing this and and that and whatever. They're not doing that. So
Yeah.
if they're not going to take a stance, then they're waiting on the sidelines to see is this going to blow over? Is
What the
this
fallout
going
is, yeah.
to? Yeah, exactly. So I mean, and if it does, how does this end? How does this story end? Is it Amber Heard out or Johnny Depp out? For me personally, I could give a crap. It could be both of them. I don't
And
care
quit
about
making
either one.
Pirates movies.
James Wood and John Carpenter's Vampire is awesome. Okay.
He was also in that.
That was a long time ago,
White
though, right?
House movie too. Do you guys remember James Woods? He
Kevin
was the
Spacey.
villain in White House Down.
Oh, he was. I didn't know he was in
So
any
Yeah.
of
was
the recent-
Tim Allen, right? Tim Allen.
He got his
canceled,
show back. It wasn't as good. I like that show.
Yeah,
Last
yeah.
Man Standing.
Last Man Standing.
That
Yeah.
was a great show.
And I think it was actually important
never saw
because it just didn't hold. It had very leftist type characters.
Yeah, but
engage
the more
with-
traditional. Yeah,
Yeah.
and engage
Conservative.
with the traditional conservative, talking about current politics. I think it was a brilliant show.
Yeah.
But yeah, it got canceled just because of his. I think that's one where he didn't. Hopefully, there's nothing in his closet.
no, it's just
I
Tim
don't
Allen
know, but-
is an overt conservative
Yes.
for the most part.
So
I mean,
absolutely, Tim Allen was done dirty on that show. He got it back, and then some of the actors moved on. It might be done for good now.
well, even
Kevin-
like Roseanne.
Yeah.
I mean, like I know what she said
She was a
wrong.
Trump supporter,
Yeah,
and
Well,
she
her
said
tweets-
a joke.
Yeah,
No,
her
they were-
tweets were bad, but
they
you
were
also have
awful,
to
but-
consider she is mentally ill herself on medicine that doesn't justify anything. But I'm telling you, how great would it be, since it's a family show, about Roseanne saying something in the real world and have the real world deal with it in the storyline?
yeah.
That would
instead of
be
writing it off,
amazing
That was
television.
terrible.
Instead, it wasn't handled that way.
Nobody
it was
watched
like,
the comment.
yeah, you said something off color or whatever, and
That's-
there's
this
no
is what I have-
recognition or there's no.
This is the problem I have with everything. Okay, great. There's a conversation that started. Let's have that conversation. Let's include it in the
yep.
storyline.
Keep the conversation going. Don't
Right.
stop it.
How amazing would it be if I always said, even when it was happening, I said, have the Connors deal with Roseanne saying something belligerent or bad, and them getting shunned by everyone,
Yeah, work it
and
into
her
the show.
dealing with it, and then maybe go to anger management or
Yeah.
counseling or,
Yeah.
or reaching out to the people that she was being offensive to.
A
and trying to-
character arc.
No,
What
no,
if
no. She's dead.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
Although she's,
Yeah.
I mean, I guess they also figured she does it once, she'll do it again on Twitter. They should say, if we bring you back,
Depends
you
on the
delete your
person.
Twitter.
It depends on the person.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, I mean, if they bring
fool
her
me
back,
once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me.
Well, it's too late now.
I mean-
She's done.
Yeah.
I mean, if
Can't-
they
can't
even
fool
brought
me
her back,
again.
how would they even work that into the story? Would they
Well,
say that
before-
she gets resurrected?
Zombie.
or
No,
something?
before they killed her off, I was gonna make a video on it, but I didn't. I was like, it's not worth it. No one cares. I'll get more pushback. All right. So Patty Jenkins for Superman, Akancha Jaiswal. Okay, but we don't know yet, Akancha. You don't know. I'm hoping for the best. Listen, it's one of the movies that's going to bring the movie theaters back, right?
Yeah.
I'm interested in seeing Kristen Wiig's character. I've kind of liked her in some movies.
Am I mad?
she's
I'm
playing
always Mad
Cheetah.
Max. Yes. See.
I agree. I hate the Mandy and Last Man Standing now too. The blonde one, doesn't work for me.
Oh, I think she's grown on me. Is that show still going?
Yeah, on Fox, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And I have one more topic. Let me see. Oh, Stargirl. Watch it. This show's legit. Thanks, Severfett. I just watched the episode where Wildcat, right? Wildcat
Yeah,
on
the
right.
girl on
Yes.
the right. Yeah.
This is some great superhero TV show, and it's female centric.
What's funny is that all the characters are sitting at the same table in the cafeteria.
Yeah, that's
just
cheesy.
goofy.
I mean, it's cheesy. It's cheesy. It's goofy fun.
I mean,
Luke
for
Wilson,
the
and
most
it's
part,
great.
it's good.
Yes.
Yeah.
The special effects sometimes surprise you too. I'm like, I keep waiting for a bad special effects scene because I've been waiting. All the other CW and Berlanti verse, even Titans and Doom Patrol had some really bad CG.
I'm
was like
holding out
early
for the
Agents of
I'm holding
S.H.I.E.L.D..
out for the Green Lantern. I'm hoping that CG is going to be at least on par with the Ryan Reynolds rendition minus Parallax because that looked like crap. But yeah, I hope it's good. I'd rather see Berlanti can have Green Lantern. I would rather see a Snyderverse Green Lantern on HBO Max or in the theater.
Yes.
Rather in the theater.
Yeah.
But I'd rather have that. I want to see Red Lanterns, Blue Lanterns, Green Lanterns, all the whole spectrum. Just give me that, and give me that lore. Give me the just take me off world and sort of immerse me in that I can't wait for that. I mean, it could be so epic, but I can't say that AT&T or Warner Brothers or DC is willing to go that route.
Mhm.
We
Yeah, I
need to
mean,
get an off-world DC universe.
Exactly.
thanks, Sir Nerdle.
I want to see Mongol. I want to see, the real Anti-Monitor. Yeah, just so much that they could do that's away from Earth. I mean, that could be there. I mean, Green Lantern could be their Guardians of the Galaxy. It's basically,
Yeah.
well, is Green Lantern going to be canceled because it's police?
Oh,
Oh,
isn't it like Hal Jordan like a fighter pilot? John Stewart
is.
a Marine or something.
He was in the Marines. Yeah, that is correct. I don't know about Kyle. I don't know about Guy Gardner. But yeah, those two are.
There was that female Green Lantern too, the one that
And it makes
Ethan
they
Van
make
Sciver
no
worked on.
sense. Yes, because there's two of them. There should be one for each sector, and there's two of them. I don't know how they pull that off logically. Like, okay, I don't know. I'm not super into that. I don't know. I like the core three at least.
oh no!
Guy-
Thanks, Inhuman Quake. You're right. I have to do the Mad Max. I got to keep that. You guys
No.
got to remind me. No, keep going.
Don't forget the mailbag.
Yeah. Thanks. I have to make this a thing for our international viewers that can't watch it live. I have
Right.
a lot of people are like, "Oh, it's too late for me." Hold on. Let me bring up the video. I know you're the only one that left a question. Hopefully, there's more. Let me bring up the comments section here. Okay. Oh, Brian Hill, you left one too. I'll do yours first. Have they canceled Law and Order SVU yet? Because if they do, I'm gonna lose it.
Truth.
And then Inhuman Quake says, you haven't seen Always in Philadelphia. It's an amazing show on Hulu. Yes, I got to watch that. Okay, here's Inhuman Quake. Big shout out to Inhuman Quake. Although you watch the show live too, which is better. Do both. You can have a mailbag, Mad Max mailbag question and watch the show live too. But I'm hoping like Mladen Kolek and there was another viewer that can't catch it live. I'm gonna have to private DM them. Mad Max mailbag. What do you think if HBO Max would do a Cyborg series? And when could
I
filming
think they are.
And when could filming be back up? Thanks. Have a great day. I think filming's getting away. A lot of things are going into production now.
June
Cyborg.
12th.
Yeah, you're right. Things are starting to go June 12th. I've heard a lot of different types of businesses and productions and everything.
Mhm.
So let's hope for the best. Cyborg TV series, I'd be all for it. Do you mean with the guy that plays him in the Snyder movie, or
I think that's what he's referring to.
Yeah, Ray Fisher.
Ray Fisher.
Ray Fisher.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes, Ray Fisher.
Yeah.
I'll be happy with anything. Cyborg from Doom Patrol.
No.
Yeah, I was gonna say that other one.
I mean, for me, it would either have to be Ray Fisher or another actor.
Yeah.
Idris Elba.
Is the Doom Patrol
Idris
Cyborg?
Elba is- yeah, Idris is for everyone.
They do say.
Every
They do
character
say.
is Idris.
You know what's kind of funny? I shouldn't say this, but
Who should play John Henry Irons? Idris Elba.
if that's a go-to, like talking about like recasting people for SJW politics. Every single time Idris Elba comes up, single time. And I like Idris Elba.
Yeah, but if I was Idris Elba, I'd be pissed. It's like, I can do more things.
But yeah, Cyborg series will happen. There's going to be a resurgence with that's going to be I think that's going to be the story. I mean that and Darkseid.
Well, give us an
From-
origin. I
Well,
wouldn't
there you
mind
go.
seeing-
Zack Snyder's Justice League.
with
Yeah.
the dad that played it who was Miles Dyson in Terminator 2.
Oh, that was a perfect casting. Yes.
Yeah, I like him a lot.
Yeah.
that. There's more of that in the Justice
Yeah,
League.
there's supposed to be more of that in
Okay,
Zack
cool.
Snyder's.
Nice, because that whole character was a mystery. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. So
Yeah.
it'd be really nice to get a little more background on him.
Steel needs a reboot. Okay.
With Shaq.
That's one. Listen, I don't want to
Yeah.
cancel art, but that's one that's leaving HBO Max, and I don't care. I saw it there. I was like, I thought about it for a second. I was like, nah.
Yeah, I almost watched it, but was like, what? No.
Yeah,
No.
I looked at it.
Isn't the Steel character like involved with the Death of Superman storyline in the comics? Like the aftermath of the Death of Superman.
Superman. There's like
The
a Steel type.
aftermath, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if that movie had anything to do with that or not. Catwoman reboot in the Matt Reeves trilogy, not the Catwoman that. How did Halle Berry not know that was going to be a train wreck? Looking at that outfit. Although if she was gonna, I'll get.
It's a different time.
I'll get myself into trouble here too. If she tried that on, and say, "How do I look?" I'd be like, "You look great."
Yeah.
Why didn't Storm get that outfit?
Should I say that on air? Don't
Fair
cancel
enough.
me. Don't cancel me.
Oh,
That's the only.
yeah.
That's the only. I'm going over Robert Myron. Don't cancel me.
Pfeiffer or
That's
Anne
the
Hathaway?
only time that I would say to Halle Berry, "Yeah, that looks great." If she's like, "How do I look?"
I always like Anne
Great,
Hathaway.
Halle.
She was good.
Does that explain
didn't
what
like
happened?
Anne Hathaway.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I didn't like the costume. I didn't like the little fake ear thing or whatever.
Okay, the ear goggles were dumb. I'll agree.
I mean, you want to wear black spandex, great. Thank you, and thank you, Trinity from Matrix, and all that. But
oh yeah.
her as Catwoman didn't really. She didn't sell me Catwoman.
Black
Was it more like
Spandex
Michelle
canceled?
Pfeiffer?
I
Yeah,
like
that's
Michelle
what I
Pfeiffer
know.
because
Michelle
she
Pfeiffer.
reminded me, or she reminds me so much more of the performances in the 1960s
Yeah.
Catwoman,
Yeah.
because they were pretty iconic.
Yeah.
Give me something like larger than life, and that's awesome. So
Like
I
another
will
Danny
say-
DeVito Penguin. Sorry for another lot. What's that?
No, I did like the different take that Anne Hathaway brought
I
to
hope so.
Catwoman.
All right.
Yeah, I liked Anne Hathaway.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
like
in
her
the
too.
role.
I got tired of all the love interests for Batman. Over the years,
Zoe
like
Kravitz is a-
Yeah.
Kim
Is it-
Basinger,
Yeah,
Michelle Pfeiffer, what's her
Nicole
name? Nicole Kidman. I mean, it's just like, who's
Oh,
the
Elle
love interest this
McPherson.
time? I'm like, I could give a crap. Just give me a good story. He doesn't have to have any romance in it. He's a detective. Make him go detect.
Kenneth
Although I did like
Branagh
Alicia
still-
Silverstone as a Batgirl though.
Oh
So-
God. I
I
was
was
so
so
upset.
Batman and
There were
Rock.
number one. There were no nipples on her chest part. Like there were on Robin
George-
and Batman.
That
I
would
figured,
be
hey,
that would make that movie even
It
more
would've made- it would-
watchable now. They put on both. They put them on both.
And they were in Gotham in the cold. Because it was
Mr.
frozen.
Freeze, yeah.
Yes, and that would have made it 10 times better.
They should have had it no nipples before Mr. Freeze
Only
showed
some
up.
people
Mr. Freeze
get
freeze
that.
up the room and every
That is so
Oh.
delicious.
Oh no.
My little icicle.
All right, Inhuman Quake. Zoe Kravitz is going to nail it. Yeah,
I hope
is-
so.
She's
Yeah,
a
I
beautiful
hope so.
woman, and I also don't think she'll stray away from the black spandex sex appeal that Catwoman has. They haven't strayed away from it so yet. But once they move the goalpost, we'll see. Cancel Zeverfett, sure. Done.
He got voted off the
Well,
island.
Uh,
Didn't even take a $5 super chat.
Yeah,
Inhuman Quake just
Super chat.
mentioned
What?
Talia al Ghul.
Oh, Talia al Ghul, Mila
Like a
Kunis.
steel
That's-
barking.
Did you like Talia al Ghul in The Dark Knight Rises? Marion Cotillard, the actress who played her.
It was
I didn't like
okay.
the role. I liked her in
Cash App.
Batman versus
I don't have
Robin.
my. What's on my Cash App?
Talia al
I
Ghul
didn't-
was in there.
I didn't get any Cash App.
It's
Cash App.
it's
Cash App.
non-taxable.
Uh,
It's non-taxable.
I think that's where we're gonna end it because
I'm gonna
I
send
want to
one to
get.
myself.
I still gotta watch the end of Midway tonight. Sorry.
You said you were gonna watch it.
I know. I said, listen.
I'm wondering if I should watch it too, because I don't remember all the details from the movie. I'd have to like refresh myself on it.
I think we got to do pre-recorded review on my channel. I'm not live because of your internet, and then I'll have to edit it when you drop out. And I'll have to wait.
Wait for a second.
I'll be honest, Sci-Fi. I don't think live streams on your channel is a good idea until your internet improves. But we could still do videos, though. We could still do videos and edit them.
I still want to do that Predator video with you.
Okay.
The one about
Which-
Shane Black's director's cut. If
and this-
it's even worth it.
Okay, yes, I would be interested in that. Announcements for this week. Friday, I believe on Gungan Dungeon at 10:30 Eastern Time, I'm going to be doing the Rise of Skywalker watch party.
Ooh. This one should be good.
And I think Goldman
Right on.
and Ryan's out. He's not. He's just gonna. You could poke fun in the comments, Ryan. You could watch.
I
it
always
on-
do.
Work, but I'll have it on in the
I
background.
always
And
I
Gungan
still haven't
Dungeon.
seen the Rise of Skywalker yet.
Oh, good for you. What a-
Watch it.
Even though
Shot.
my family
Way.
bought it.
Oh, they did. You have it?
Yeah, and my family, we went down to the city to
Still
buy
the wrapping?
Rise of Skywalker on Blu-ray at Target, and I didn't watch it because I didn't feel like it. I watched Hacksaw
You
Ridge
don't want to. You
instead
don't
of
want to get sick
Rise
to
of
your stomach.
Skywalker.
Well, you can watch it
no.
Friday night. Sci-Fi.
Yeah, we'll see. But I mean, they liked it, but I don't know if I'll like it.
We'll see. I like how you said it. Yeah, we'll see. You really don't care.
Only at the end will you see.
Did you see Last Jedi yet?
No, I've only seen
Oh,
the
look.
Force Awakens
Good
and the
job.
and Rogue One.
Wow, you've been spared, man.
There you go, man. You still like Star Wars, don't you?
Yeah, I mean,
know-
I like the prequels.
You should watch Solo. You should out of all three of those, you should watch Solo.
My only thing about
you
the
let-
sequels is that I mean, I can't stand Attack of the Clones at all. So the bar was set that low, so I had no problem with the sequel trilogy.
Well, I mean, I like the Attack of the Clones. Like that's the one like
Attack of the
I
Clones
watched
was-
the most.
Was okay.
It had that sound.
It could have been better. It could have been so much better.
Hey,
If
I'm
it were
trying to
like
make
Darth Maul in
announcements
it.
here. You guys are sidetracking
Yeah.
me. Great conversation. I'm trying to end the show.
All right.
Because I still got to watch. This is always what happens. Sci-Fi. I get talking and then I don't go. Yeah, he's been quiet for a minute. Okay. Yeah, his shirts are canceled. We canceled the Snyder Cult T-shirts. That's another story. So Saturday, I'm gonna check out Poindexter Lounge, who took over my live stream last week.
It's an amazing museum.
I still gotta retitle the video in the new thumbnail. My ultimate collection and get lots of views. My ultimate action figure but it's Saturday. He has a show.
we
I'm
should have a
hoping to be on.
stream. We should have a stream and just like go through his house through memory. I mean, I went through memory lane last time. I was like, oh my god, I remember
Yeah.
that. I remember
I had
You
that toy when
know,
I was a kid.
having that. Right, exactly. And it was so fun to look at his collection.
Well, something else I wanted. Do you guys want a community stream? Oh, don't go Obi-Wan. No, I'm making announcements here. Don't go Obi-Wan.
It's like
No, later.
I'm out.
No.
I just showed
I
up.
was going to
myself.
ask you a
we're talking
question.
about other.
I was going
streams,
to
I'm
ask this
bored.
question directly to you, Obi-Wan. Directly to you. Do you want to see community streams right before the Completely Necessary podcast where video game and movie talk people collide? I'm trying to get collectors in there. I'm going to ask Zever. No, you're Zeverfet. Zever. I was
You
going to
can
ask
ask me whatever you want.
Poindexter Lounge, because these action figures of like figure collectors.
Yeah.
Want to be on there too, so we could get toy collectors, movie talk, and video game all in one show, a completely necessary podcast. But I want to try to do I want to know if there's enough that we want frequent community streams before, just they like bring
Yeah, why
people in,
not?
like people in the Discord that are like silent, like I'm not gonna throw names out there, but like Star Wars Santa, he seems like a good guy. But get him back in, like I've never really talked to them. Like people on the Discord say, "Hey, are you going to come onto the community stream Sunday and get to see what they want?" Because they're
Yep.
I'm actually really curious to see what they want, because and it's not throwing shade at people for not interacting. Some people just Discord is not their thing, or but I like, if we do grow this Fandom Alliance network, is just a network of fans that want to be fans of something again. What you want out of this group, just to get them involved. I'm not putting them on the spot. I'm just saying, that's one that comes to mind. There's probably more out there. Just say, hey, send them a little private message. What about do you think we should give that a shot Sunday? Try to get more people on, see what they have to say, or is it not worth the effort? I don't know. Obi-Wan, tell me, or did you leave already? Leave in the comments section below. Oh, you love my channel. Thanks. You're one of the few. You stopped collect. Yes, I agree. That's the reason I stopped too. I stopped but I still collect games and Blu-rays. I did just get the Jaws Steelbook. It was out of
4K.
Yeah, it was out of stock, and I was upset I didn't
I want to
pre-order
get
it.
that.
You get it now on BestBuy.com before it goes out of stock again.
Roy
Because I was-
Scheider in 4K.
Yeah. What's that?
I said Roy Scheider in 4K.
Yeah.
I bought the Black Lagoon Blu-ray today when I went to town. That's an anime
Obi-Wan.
series.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Even if you can't join the community stream live or any of my shows, do movie. I'm tired. Mad Max mailbag or Fandom Alliance mailbag, and that way I can see which one it would qualify for a community stream question or topic, and you'll be able to check it out on the replay. So that's a good. Hey, thanks Obi-Wan Vlog for saying that. You're not sure if you could join on Sunday, but you want to have like a topic of discussion or a comment. Say fan mailbag for community streams. All right, you collect digital. I collect digital when it comes with my Steelbook. All right, and then the Completely Necessary podcast. Last thing I want to say there is I gotta get Pete back. I miss my Amico. I went to 3 Amigos on the Complete House. I was thinking the way to get him back is to open every box, and have a box of. We lost some viewers. Have a box of. Have a box of like my Dreamcast games or my Super NES games, to show what's in there, because I don't remember everything that's in there. Wii or GameCube, and do like once. Open a box every Sunday and talk about the games that come in the box to see what I got.
Yeah, come on down, Pete. We're calling you out, man.
Yeah, we are calling you out, Pete.
I got my hockey jersey on.
Yeah, we need this Completely Necessary podcast to happen. Oh, channel of the day. I forgot that. Damn it! See this.
We're gonna have to get on top of you.
Yeah, we're terrible, man.
Brian,
You should do the channel of the day on the community stream.
what's that?
Or no, channel of the day. Okay.
I want to try to do channel of the day every live stream.
Okay.
Channel of the day
Okay.
is, because I didn't even watch his video yet, but just based on the topic and the intro, I got 37 seconds to your video. Brian Hill, master of intros.
There you
Everyone needs to chill and off the cuff discussion of current events. So here is the link to the video after the stream ends, which is going to be in a minute here. Go to Brian. Hey, man, Preston, you come in at the last moment. Listen, I should have does anyone want me to have Preston on again? That's opening a can of worms. I don't even know what's happening with. I'll be honest, Preston. I haven't even been following Comic Skate or anything. I just not that I wasn't interested. I was just like, oh my God, they're doing themselves in. And I hear you own Comic Skate now. And I heard War Campaign was canceled. I don't know. We should have Preston on. Maybe we'll have you on the community stream Sunday if you're available. Or whenever. You tell me when you're available, Preston. Just to try from an outsider. Ryan, you probably have no idea what we're talking about. It's crazy.
Sounds
Yeah.
interesting.
We had some fun a while back.
OMG. Yes, I have no idea. Okay. If I told you, you would. All right. Okay. So I do have to end the show. Thanks for popping in, Preston. Have a nice day Sunday. Lots of board games. Oh wow! On your birthday, you're gonna have lots of board games. That'd be interesting. Let me see here. So this is Brian's video,
Okay.
and the topic is a great topic. Great. Yes. Take care too, Preston. We'll see you. We'll have to work it out when you're available. I know you might want to have Sunday off then to be with your family. We'll see. So go check out Brian's video, and this is the important part. Channel of the day. You go sub, you go comment, and you leave a like. You do all three of those things if you want to be included. Because I'm kind of like limited to the people that are active on Channel of the Day, because I see some people doing it and I see others not. And it's not to throw heat at the people that don't. It's just, I mean, if you want to grow a community, we have to see you're involved. That's all. So Brian is really involved in this community. He's a great guy, and I love the subject of his video. I'm going to watch it right after the show. Goodbye, everyone. Oh yeah, in Sir Nerdalot, Zerafet, and Sci-Fi Dragon. Go sub to them too, but go to Brian's channel first and
Check it out.
smash the hell out of his channel. Bye.
Yeah.